Hello, I'm Nick Measham, Deputy Chief Executive of Salmon and Trout Conservation. Salmon and Trout Conservation is completely focused on wild fish and their habitats. And one main initiative that we've been following for the last few years is called the river fly census. We've been sampling 20 rivers across the UK for their insects and then analysing those insects to tell us about the water quality, or the lack of water quality in many cases, in our rivers. The problem is it's only 20 rivers and there are thousands in the UK. What we're now doing under our SmartRivers initiative is seeking the help of you, volunteers, to extend this across the country. We've made 2 training videos that I now want to talk about to help in this process. The first video concerns sampling. That's the process of actually getting the sample to analyse. It's absolutely critical. Your analysis, the information that the insects provide, is only as good as the sample that you take. Now, the first step in taking a sample is, as with many things involving water, is health and safety. You need to have a life jacket, you also need gloves, you need to be aware of the infections that you could pick up working alongside a riverbank. The next step is to take a view of the habitat you're sampling. You want your sample to be a representative sample across all the different types of habitat in the area that you're sampling. So if there's 60% gravel and 40% weed, you need to spend 60% of the time on the gravel and 40% of the time on the weed. We work to a thing called a 3-minute kick sweep sample protocol with a 1-minute hand search. You break it down into bite-sized sections. People often use in 12 or 15-second elements. Nick Everell explains all of this in the training video. You then work away collecting your sample, and there are various kicking and sweeping techniques which again are fully explained in this video. So please do pay attention to this first video. It's absolutely fundamental to the process. They might seem like small details, but they're absolutely critical to getting a sample to give the information that we critically need. And do practice. It's practice that makes perfect. So the second video takes you into what you actually do away from the bank. Once you've collected your sample, you've pickled it on the bank side, you've gone back to the laboratory, you open the sample container, and what do? You've gone to the trouble of collecting this perfect sample. It's full of information, and it's important that you take the time and trouble to unlock that information, because it tells you a very powerful story about what's going on in your section of river. First of all, you empty the contents of the container. You have to sort out all of the weed and other detritus that you've collected. You get rid of that. The next step is you take the insects and you sort them into sort of subgroups, family groups. You put all the shrimps in one section, you can put all the caddis flies in another section, and so on. And that gives you the sort of basis for the next step, which is involving the microscope, and that is settling down to identify these insects down to species level. So we've now covered those 2 training videos, which are a critical part of our SmartRivers programme. You will have been on the training course. You can refer to these videos, and you can always pick up the phone to talk to us. And we're thrilled and we're delighted that you are taking the time and effort to join the SmartRivers programme, because we need you to help us help our rivers.